Hi everyone, my name is Christiana and today I'm here with Sofie and we're going to be talking all about mental health, her journey, her dancing, modeling, and everything. So I wanted to say I'm so happy that you guys tuned into this interview. I really hope you enjoy it, and I just want to say a little bit about teenage mental love. I started it because I realized like how many kids, teenagers and adults were all being influenced by mental health, and it wasn't just teenagers, even though that is usually the intended age. But I realized that everyone is being impacted, and I love to talk to people about mental health. I love to open up this space, so I am so happy to be here with Sofie, and we're gonna jump right into it. So, firstly, I wanted to I wanted to ask you, how are you doing right now mentally and with your mental health?
Um, I've been better.
Mm.
I have really bad anxiety, and during Corona, my anxiety has skyrocketed,
Oh,
and it's just gotten way worse. But I'm doing better right
no.
now.
Yeah,
I have friends that are making me feel good, and
that's
I'm
wonderful.
doing good.
Yeah, that's amazing that you're doing good. And you mentioned that you have anxiety, and I wanted to ask you maybe if you remember. If not, that's totally fine. Do you remember the age it started, or like when like it was really bad?
Um, it I've had anxiety for my whole life. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, I got diagnosed. I think when I was like 4,
Oh,
maybe. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
don't quote me on
yeah,
that, but I'm pretty sure. But it got bad. It was always just like little bit before
yeah.
going on stage for
Oh,
competition,
yeah.
just a little bit. But since I'm getting older,
Mm.
it's gotten a little bit worse. But I'm trying to. It's getting better
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, I completely understand. Yes, and when you're going through, your whole life, like you said, anxiety. When you're having a hard day or a hard time, is there anything that you do to really like release yourself, or just like get all that stress off of you?
Yeah, actually. Well, I'm so lucky because all of my friends are so nice and they understand what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So I FaceTime them.
Mm.
Sometimes I hang out with them to like get my mind off of things.
Yeah.
I dance because
Yes.
that's a happy place
Of course.
to get my mind off of
Yeah.
things. And I hang out with my family.
That's I love that so much. And is your family like really supportive of like your ventures and dancing and modeling and everything? Do they really love what you're doing?
Yeah,
Mm.
actually, they like really like it.
Yeah.
They're really supportive and welcoming,
Mm.
and all of
Yeah.
my friends usually come to when it's in town
Oh.
performances,
Mhm.
and my family comes to watch me, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that so much. And when it comes to like going through a hard day, or like you're going on stage but you don't feel as confident, what do you usually tell yourself or do to like make yourself break out of that shell?
I usually like give myself a pep talk before
Mm.
going on
Yeah.
stage. Like I walk away from my group of people, and I like think in my head, I'm like, Sophie, you got this.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
you got
Yeah.
this. You know how to do your stuff.
Yeah.
You performed before. You've
Yeah.
practiced in
Mhm.
class multiple
Yeah.
times. You got this. And then I have a really close friend of mine
Mhm.
that we squeeze each other's hands and we
Wow.
do this
Yeah.
before going on stage,
Yes.
just to like yeah,
Of
like go
course.
on stage and be ready.
Yeah. And I was also going to say that reminds me of Dance Moms. I don't know if you ever watch it, but when they go one, two, three, four. Yeah, I love that so much.
Yeah.
And and you said that dance is your happy place. And when I read on one of your posts that you said that you had injured your hip, and I'm so sorry about that. And since dance is your happy place, how does like an injury like that impact you? And, yeah.
Um, it's usually really hard for me
Mm.
because when I'm not able to do what I love,
Yeah.
I'm not as happy
Mm.
because dance is what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Dance is like
Mm.
literally the only thing that, other than family and
Yeah.
friends, like I'm so glad that I found dance.
Yeah.
But I usually like my hip is feeling so much better
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I took one day off
Yeah.
just to put a heating pad on, and I just
Okay.
laid in bed and did my schoolwork. I was really sad that day because I couldn't go to dance. But I'm so glad that my hip's now feeling better and I'm able to go to dance today and so on.
Yeah.
So it like really is hard, but I usually push through just like I did when I hurt my hip.
Yeah.
It was hard, like it hurt, but it's what I love, so
Yes.
that's usually what I have to do.
Yeah, and I completely understand. When we go through an injury, whether it's sports, dance, or anything, sometimes you just have to push through, and it can be really hard. But that's so wonderful and brave and strong that you could do that, and I think that's really great. And also, when it comes to like dancing, when did you start dancing? Like at what age?
Okay, so since I was a baby, I've always just like moved around, like,
Yeah.
but I technically started dancing at a studio when I was like just taking like little twinkle toes classes when I was 4, and then I started competitive dance when I was 6.
Wow, that's amazing, and you've been doing it ever since. And do you think that you're never ever gonna stop this? Like it's gonna be something.
Oh, I'm never gonna stop.
Wow.
If I stop, I'll be heartbroken. I can never stop.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. And what like genres or like what hats or dance or what kind of dance group are you a part of? Yeah, what's your favorite styles and what other styles do you do?
My favorite styles of dance are contemporary, hip hop, and jazz.
Yeah.
I really like those styles. Those are my favorite. And then at our studio, we do every single style.
Really?
Like, you name it, you think it, like, we do it.
Yeah. Wow, and I love that. And I hope it's okay if I ask, is there like a special connection that you feel with those genres or those styles of dance? Is that why you like love them so much?
Yeah, I feel like in contemporary, I'm able to, I've actually cried on stage before.
Wow.
I'm able to like let out my emotions. I feel like in contemporary, I'm able to take my emotions and show everyone how I'm feeling and express myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can really connect with contemporary and jazz. It's like happy and I get to like dance in huge numbers with my friends. I don't know. It's just very like moving. And I just really like it. I don't really know how I like hip hop. I've just liked it since I was a kid.
Wow, and that's incredibly cool. And also, when it comes to dance, you said that you have your friends, and when you're going through anxiety, like through all of your anxiety, your time with anxiety, you have your friends with you by your side. And I wanted to ask you, do you have any special friends or specific friends that really help you or pull you through a hard time?
Yeah, my friends that like I'm in dance friends are like I'm so close with. But I have like a friend group out of dance, and I have 5 friends that I FaceTime every single day. They're the people that I go to like that. They answer the phone the first ring. They're just like my best friends.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's so great. And I feel like, honestly, I hope this, makes sense. But I feel like when you have those friends, like just like you said, when you're going through a hard time, like it can really change how you feel. They can help you through so much. And I absolutely think that's wonderful. And going from dance, but also modeling, I know that you also model. And is that like a happy place for you or something that you're also passionate about?
Yeah, I really like to model. It's like when you're taking the pictures and they play music in the background and I can like, move around and they take pictures. I really like doing that. Like usually we do like the straight face, so like looking into your eyes one first, and then we do like happy jumping around ones, and we play like happy music in my playlist and everything. I really feel like I can connect with modeling as I like connect with dance.
Of course.
I love modeling and I love dance.
Yes, and I love that too. That's so wonderful, and I totally agree. Modeling is something that you can really express yourself just like dance, and it's wonderful. And when you said like playing music in the back while you're modeling, is there a certain artist that you connect to or like you listen to when you're going through a hard day?
Really no. I'm like I usually like I go on social media and I like search up like playlists
Mm.
and I still follow. So I don't know the exact artists,
Yeah.
but I like a lot of. I'm really not picky with my music. If I'm with friends and they put on a certain music,
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
I just like music in
Yeah.
general.
No, I totally get what you mean, and I love that you.
Actually, I really like Billie Eilish.
Oh,
I
really?
really like.
Oh, yeah, yeah. She's really good, and I know her music can really connect with a lot of people. I love that so much. And speaking of, like, going on social media or looking at music, do you believe that sometimes social media can be an environment where like toxic people can be, or like it could have a lot of toxicity?
Yeah, but it's behind a screen. So
Mm.
and I don't know them personally. I don't know
Yeah.
what they're going through. Maybe they're going through it themselves, and they're
Yeah.
trying to bring other people down to make themselves feel better
Of
about
course.
themselves.
Mm.
So I usually don't let it get to me.
Yeah.
I usually just delete the comment and block the person,
Yeah.
so it won't happen again.
Yeah.
But as long as it's like, I usually let, because I'm very sensitive, I
Mm.
usually let, if it's in front of me, like a person that I know personally,
Yeah.
that usually gets to me. But if
Mm.
it's behind the screen, you never know what they're going through.
Of
Maybe
course.
maybe they're getting bullied themselves. Maybe they have
Mhm.
family problems that they're
Yes.
trying to bring other people down to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
So I usually don't let it get to me. But yeah, it can be toxic
Of
sometimes.
course, and I absolutely love your mentality. That is so true, and everything that you said, that's so like that is I completely 100% agree because you never know what they're going through, and it can be hard sometimes, going through a bad day or rough day, and then going on social media and seeing comments like those, but. It's so wonderful how you just delete them, you block them, and you don't even think about it, and that is amazing. And I wanted to go into like outlets and hobbies because I know you love dance and modeling, and I wanted to ask you, is there anything else that you really like, outside of that?
Hmm. Well, I mean, my whole life, like literally every single week, dance, 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 dance.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't have any other time to do
Mm.
any other hobby,
Yeah.
but I really like swimming, like going to the beach, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning how to surf right now.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's so
And
cool.
I really like art.
Oh
Art, I really like. I
yeah.
usually do that when I'm having a bad day. Just to,
Yeah.
like, I usually just write,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even know what I'm drawing or
Yeah.
writing. It's just like how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So I really like art and drawing
Mm-hmm.
and painting and
Yes.
like, making beaded bracelets and like
Oh.
earrings and like
Yeah. Of
earrings.
course. Of course. Yeah. Wow, and I love that too because that's really unique. A lot of people, they make art, they write, they do so many things, but it's so cool that you make bracelets too. I think that is absolutely wonderful. And another thing I want to say is when you're going through a hard day, is there anything specifically that you tell yourself, like to stay strong or to like push through this day, that day?
Yeah, actually, I do the same thing when I'm like I literally tell myself the same thing when I'm going on stage.
Yeah,
Just you got this. You have to push through. One day doesn't mean
yeah,
a whole bunch of bad
of
days.
course.
So you never. Maybe one day could be the worst day I've ever
Yeah,
had, and then the next day I could be the happiest person ever.
of
So
course.
I always just say, always look at what's happening
Yeah,
like the next day
hmm,
and not what's happening right now. And
of
like
course.
just try and get my mind off of things, and I just tell myself like you got this.
Yeah,
It's it's a little small thing that's making you have a horrible day, so just
yeah.
don't focus on it.
And that's absolutely amazing. And I feel like what you just said could tie into this next question that I'm going to ask you. But I don't know if you want to add anything to it. I wanted to say, do you have any advice for anyone who is trying to push through negative comments online or wanting to go into dance but they don't feel confident or happy about themselves? Or going through anxiety too? Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, just always push through. One day could be horrible, and the
Yeah,
next day could be amazing.
of course.
Um, and if you're having trouble online, maybe go
Yeah,
off of social media for a
of course.
day,
Hmm.
just to give yourself just a day of
Yeah.
toxic stuff,
Yes,
and
definitely.
just don't focus on the people that are being rude to you,
Yeah,
and don't let it get to you.
of course.
One, they could be going through so much right
Hmm.
now,
Yeah,
trying to make you feel horrible about
of
yourself, to
course.
make them feel better. So just don't let it get to you.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, literally. And again, everything that you said is so wise and it's so impactful. And I wanted to say thank you so much for all the wise words that you shared in your advice. And, going through something like, hard comments on the internet, it can really, bring down someone's entire day. But the fact that you ignore it is wonderful. And I love that so much. And I wanted to say thank you so, of course, thank you so much for this opportunity to speak with you. And I hope that anyone who's watching knows truly that you're not alone, and that people like Sofie, for example, like you really can push through those hard days. You don't It's just one day, and you don't have to let it influence your whole entire week, life, everything. And I love everything that you said, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this interview, and I will link all of Sofie's social media down below. And thank you again so much.